Nice to meet you here, and thanks for coming and joining my presentation today. Um, what I would like to talk about, I would like to share my and our company vision regarding the market situation, regarding the investment vision and approaches that we take for our decisions, and things that we believe in and things that we don't believe in, um, and how the market is being structured in the following months or even years. Everything about it, it's like some thoughts, some discussion, and some, I would say, explanation how the crypto world is working now and what kind of changes happened in the past and what kind of changes are happening now. You could see that it's called dimensions of the crypto market. Why dimensions? Because our industry is a bit different from traditional world, and I would say that there is no verticals that are related to each other, but mostly have completely different target audience, completely different trading volumes, completely different approach how to launch projects, tokens, and tradable assets. And one of the, not one, the most crypto asset is a Bitcoin. You could see it here, because Bitcoin now is being more like a real digital gold, because it went from, as you could see, from some funny things like to buy pizza, to use Bitcoin for some shady stuff, and then to launch some ICOs, and then to have like some regulatory pressure. But now countries and governments and the top companies in the world, they are acquiring Bitcoin to their treasuries in order to build this Bitcoin treasury. And from my point of view, Bitcoin is being from crypto to real institutional asset, because it is an institutional asset now, because it is mostly ETF and even Bitcoin maxis. They are shifting their Bitcoins to ETFs because it's easier to manage. And thanks to this situation, we could see that the huge discrepancy on the market happened. If a few years ago, in the previous bullish cycle, Bitcoin up, everything is up together. Now Bitcoin up, everything doesn't move, or moved a little bit. That's why this dimension of institutions, this market area that covers the institutional landscape, is very important here. Traditional companies and people from TradFi came to the market, buy Bitcoin or whatever, and they would like to use common solutions for their financials, not just do degen trades with meme coins or invest in some utility tokens, but rather than put some money into the zero risk or very low risk protocols and products that can generate yield. That's why now you could see in the news that a lot of yield-bearing assets, stable coins, or whatever is being launched, because the demand that is coming to the market is very huge. And this is the TradFi money. They're very, very big. You could take a look at Bitcoin treasuries. You can take a look at restaking programs or any assets like this. When you cannot lose your principal, they're a huge TVL locked, because people don't want to take risk. These people don't want, right? That's why this industry is going up. You could see that projects that are doing some real-world asset tokenization, issue ETF, issue yield-bearing assets, issue stablecoins, they have huge valuations. And I would say every company, every project that is doing this now on a proper manner will have a very, very big valuation, and that's why it is one of our investment approaches and investment targets for this year. We're actively looking for such projects, and we're actively looking for investments. And fairly speaking, yesterday we announced we also launched our own synthetic stablecoin, but it's another thing. Second thing is utility market. It could be called like VC coins or whatever. I would call it like R&D of the crypto space, because some people came up with some ideas, how to change the world, how to launch something, how to migrate something from Web 2 to Web 3, how to push their strategies here. And this is how utility market works. a lot of utility coins are being launched, but their amount much higher than institutional ones. And their risk and their volatility and their sustainability is much less. But it's plenty of opportunities. I would say this part of the market space is a kind of, like visionaries, like people who try to do something. Failure rate is very high, but if someone is successful, reward is also very big. A good examples of it, I don't know, some things like layer 1, layer 2, but this trend from my point of view is kind of dying because too much of them, they are all FDV high, but not that many demand. Privacy and security, DeFi markets, they are very useful, and some of them, they're super nice and produce a lot of revenue and generate a lot of value for the market, and definitely AI. You could see that my presentation is in a matrix style because from my point of view, AI, yes, is in correction because of DeepSeek and people need to re-evaluate this market, but in general, it is the future. Anyway, AI will be here, and AI and crypto are very, very well connected because when AI agents or AI systems or whatever AI base needs to communicate to each other and have settlements and some payments to each other, crypto and smart contract-based relationships are the best for them. And these two markets will be merged. And especially for some forms of trading stuff, for some forms of financial management, these things are very good. This is one of our main targets for this year as well. We're actively deploying money there, and as far as you know, we launched our AI funds, and now we're kind of working with a few large companies to run an AI fund that will invest in not very early stage, but a kind of medium stage projects on the crypto space that are focused on AI agents. And third dimension is memes. It can be funny. There is no any meme that is being endorsed, just for your information. It's just random memes that we took. But it's very, very important part of the crypto market. It is, I would say it is a kind of, attention economy. And failure rate is insanely huge. A number of projects that are being launched are insanely huge. Because every week, millions of meme coins are being launched on the crypto space. And we know probably one or two of them that are dying very fast as well. Failure rate is insanely high, but if someone can capture some alpha there, it's cool, right? It is, from my point of view, it is, for some people it's like casino. But I know very good examples. For example, one of my partners, he bought Trump token and sold it and made 5 mil. And you can find it in Chinese chats. Yeah. But this dimension is in the market. It is battle tested. It went through good and bad conditions. It went through all the regulation pressure, all the regulation acceptance. Doesn't matter. It's going up, and it works. And its capitalization is also very good. If we take a look at our market stage and how community, how traders, how people migrate from one dimension to another, you could see that memes here, are bigger than, for example, institutional, because more projects, more people are trading there. It's more understandable, it's more common, doesn't require any expertise, then utility which requires more expertise, and then institutional one that requires also more expertise. But in terms of kind of, how to say, revenue per user or trading volume per user, I would say that meme coins have a lot of users, but with a small investments and ticket sizes, utility kind of in the middle, and institutional have like less users, but with large ticket sizes and large TVL under management, like AUM. And that's why very important to kind of allocate efforts and allocate working capital accordingly. This is clearly for gambling or pick it up for something that you believe in, No utility, nothing. Just believe, buy, and follow community. That's why attention and community is very important. There is no cute dog that can change whatever. There is no, I don't know, character that can change whatever. If people believe, it's going up. If people don't believe, it doesn't matter what it is. Utility is about product, institutional is about capacity for their strategies. Because if you see something that can absorb like billions of US dollars and generate sustainable yield, it will work. And this makes sense to pay attention to. Regarding memes, it remains one of our main targets. We have a lot of memes in our portfolio. We also invest in them, but we are focusing more on the memes with sustainable communities, with kind of cult around them. For maybe this year, this is the 5 areas that we're actively looking for, that we're actively deploying money, and we believe that they will go up. It's real-world assets, tokenization platforms, because when you have yield-bearing stuff, when you have all these ETFs, when you have all the CBDC and all these stable coins appearing, definitely we're in talks with banks, we're in talks with some regulators. They're willing to tokenize stocks, they're willing to tokenize real estate, they're willing to tokenize commodities. And this stuff will be migrated and traded and used on the crypto space as well. It will be kind of a merge, convergence between two worlds. And this real-world asset world is much larger in terms of capital capacity than crypto one. That's why this area is very important. It is one of the major focus. Second one, AI and AI agents. I already explained why. And third one is DeFi. DeFi is a kind of R&D. Fairly speaking, there are like maybe a few tens, maybe 10 or 20 projects that make sense on the market, but they're all very big, and it makes sense to pay attention to a new ones that can absorb a lot of people's attention, liquidity, and trading volume. It happens time to time. Last year, we've seen a few of new stars appeared, and I do believe that very soon on new chains or on all chains, we will see something new. Yield-bearing assets, I also mentioned why, and memes. It's the end of my presentation, but not the end of this speech, not the end of kind of this vision, right? And from our side, for this year, as I said, right, we launched our synthetic dollar. It has been launched yesterday, and by the next week, I think we will have the first 100 mil in TVL and in supply. And then for this year, our target, and we will reach this target, is to have around 5 to 6 billion in TVL and Falcon Finance and DWF Labs. We feel that these market conditions are very good now. Some altcoins and tokens are very undervalued. And thanks to this big TVL and our needs to deploy on spot, Falcon Finance, together with DWF Labs, will buy approximately 2.5 billion of US dollars value on spot markets this year in order to take this long position for Falcon Finance. This is kind of our next step to support markets, how we did it in 2023, but 2025 should be 10 times bigger than 2 years ago. That's all for me. I wish you all the best with your trading, investment activities. Yeah. Don't stop building, don't stop believing in the market, and yeah, let's work. Thank you, guys.